to just help us put this into context and understand what the law says and where we're going from here, lawyer Nelson Harvest now joins me in studio. Thank you very much, Nelson. Always a pleasure to have you here on KTN News Desk. I think I'll start with that decision by the High Court to include Ekuru Aukot. In essence, what does that mean?
Ideally, what the decision by the High Court has done is to go against the decision of the Supreme Court in 2013. Because in 2013, the Supreme Court said, in the event that the presidential election is nullified pursuant to a petition, then it is only the president-elect and the runners-up who shall participate in this particular election. Now, IBC proceeded to gazette President Uhuru Kenyatta and Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga as the only candidates pursuant to that decision. Now, come yesterday, Raila Odinga decided to abandon his quest in terms of the decision made by the Supreme Court in 2013. Now, ideally, as soon as Raila's letter was received by the IBC, then the entire election schedule for the 26th of October is deemed to have been cancelled by operation of law. And the consequence that followed that decision was for the IBC to set up mechanism for fresh nominations so that we have a fresh election.
Yeah, and that would take how long?
Well, the nominations are supposed to be done within 90 days, bearing in mind that that has to be taken into consideration. The possibility will be that a possible election will have to be taken not later than 90 days from now. Now, today, Justice Mastivo has indicated that Dr. Ekuru Aukot has to be included in this race. Two things. This decision comes way after the law has taken its own effect. So in my opinion, it does not apply, and IBC will be confounded with a situation whereby they either have to comply with the decision of the Supreme Court or comply with the decision of the High Court. Legally, IBC is bound to comply with the decision of the Supreme Court, with the result that what has been done today will be of no consequence. Then fast forward, today the National Assembly has entrenched the decision by the Supreme Court in 2013 into law. And actually, the effect of that entrenchment is, in the event that there has to be a presidential election subsequent to the nullification of the election by the Supreme Court, then it's only the president-elect and the runners-up who can contest. Now, we have a situation whereby both Jubilee and IBC cannot have their cake and eat it. They have put themselves in a corner where they have taken a position that conforms with what the Supreme Court said in 2013. And that, in practical effect, means that we cannot have an election on the 26th of October, 2017. Regardless of the decision that has been made today in respect of Dr. Ekuru Aukot.
All right, and that particular decision has seen a number of the candidates wanting to join in. I want to get back to this conversation, but let's quickly speak to our parliamentary reporter.